Hey everyone, it's Chief Monishigan. Thank you for joining us for Friday briefing. Happy 4th of July weekend. We've got a lot going on starting tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Kicks off our farmers market. This is the second of our series that runs through the fall. These take place every other Saturday. They begin at 8 a.m. over at City Park East. Tons of vendors, farm fresh, homemade stuff for you to check out. So we're really excited to bring that to you. My family and I will be there tomorrow morning to check that out. So hope to see you out there for that. Tomorrow night, Carswell Air Force Base or Naval Air Station Fort Worth is going to have its annual fireworks display. Those fireworks will be out on a barge in Lake Worth. So you should have good vantage points all over the city. I do have a note about the fireworks display. Yes, there are lots of really great places to watch that here in the city, but places that would not be a good idea are the highway. In the past, we have folks that pull up on the shoulder of 820 or 199, and we end up getting a lot of cars parked on the side of the highway, which is incredibly dangerous. So find a parking lot, find a safe, legal place to park, but please don't get up on the highway and pull onto the shoulder. Should be a great show. As soon as it gets dark, those things will kick off tomorrow night, right around the lake, over towards the base. You won't be able to miss them. Should be a great show. So don't miss that if you don't already have plans. Speaking of fireworks, I need to let you know that fireworks are prohibited by city ordinance in the city of Lake Worth. And I know that's a bummer, but it's for the safety of everyone. It's no fun when your house gets burned down by your neighbor's fireworks. And so we just want everybody to be safe. We don't need anything catching on fire that's not supposed to be on fire. Good news is it's my understanding that handheld fireworks, like non-propelled fireworks, like sparklers and things, are permitted, so that should be fine. Now, a couple of things I need you to know about fireworks. Number one, just shooting them off or seeing someone with them is not an emergency, so please don't call 911 for that. We have set up a special email with a special distribution list just for fireworks. So if you want to grab a pen and a piece of paper, I'll give you this email address. It's fireworks@lakeworthtx.org. It's Lake Worth together with the letter T and X.org. And if you'll send an email to that address, it automatically routes to our entire communication center as well as the fire chief and fire marshal. They will be out helping us address these things. Of course, our first approach is to educate, to just talk with people and help them understand the dangers. We don't want and we don't expect this to be a punitive thing, just something that we can talk about if need be. But our hope is that communicating with you through things like Friday briefing, we can avoid that altogether. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot us an email at that address, and we'd be happy to answer those questions. Inevitably, every year around the 4th of July, our call center gets overwhelmed with non-emergency calls, and it puts a strain on the center, and it takes away their ability to dedicate and focus on emergency calls. So we're just trying to build in some relief from them, and any help you could give us in doing that would be very much appreciated. Coming up later in July, we've got a lot of really great events. Most of these are focused right on you, our citizens. So the first program we have is our Community Crime Prevention Assistance Program. And I don't know if you know this, but on staff is a wonderful officer by the name of John Smith. And John is a certified crime prevention specialist. And recently he attended some additional specialized training in environmental design. And we want to make him available to you, the community, to come out and evaluate your home or business and give you some advice on security measures that you can take, maybe how you want to adjust your lighting or trim your bushes, or anything and everything that has to do with crime and crime prevention. He can weigh in and give you some advice. Now, You don't have to take it. It's just our way of sharing our resources and our expertise and the things that we've learned over the years about what makes a place susceptible to crime and what tends to deter crime. And we just want to give you a chance to tap into that for yourself and apply it to your home or business. So, again, with your pen and paper, if that's something that you're interested in, write this email address down. It's crimeprevention@lakeworthtx.org. That email will route to John and a couple of other people on our team that are going to schedule these as if they were appointments. So beginning on Monday, July the 12th, we'll begin to start these appointments. You can go ahead and send an email now if you want to get on the schedule and make that happen for your home or business. But we'll actually begin sending him out to do those assessments beginning on Monday the 12th. He'll do them on Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays, Mondays and Tuesdays, and Thursdays and Fridays. So all you have to do is send us an email, get us an appointment, or we'll get an appointment set up for you, and then John will come out and take a look and spend some time giving you some advice and sharing his expertise with you. These programs are for Lake Worth residents. If for some reason you live on the edge or you've got a specific question or concern, shoot us an email at that email address, and we'll take a look at it and see what we can do. Another program that we're really excited about is our Life Skills program for students. This is a program targeted at Lake Worth high school students, or really high school age students for that matter, not necessarily at Lake Worth. And we're going to host 2 sessions in July for this Life Skills program. It's tentatively scheduled for July the 14th and July the 18th. It's going to be held at Lake Worth High School from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and lunch is on us. And in this program, we're going to do things like introduce you to our SROs and let your students know what they can expect from their SROs. But then we're going to spend time talking about social media awareness and some of the dangers of social media and the internet, things that we're seeing at a law enforcement level that we want to share with them so that hopefully they can avoid some of the common pitfalls. But we're also going to do other things like cover the basics of vehicle operation and ownership. So like what to do when you get a flat tire. How do you change a tire? Where are the tools? What are the things that you need to be mindful of? How to check the oil, what to do when lights come on your dash. Just general awareness, tips and tricks that we can offer our students. And the reason why we do that is more often than not, especially here in a city that's got a large number of cars that come through every day, we're always dealing with somebody who's had a flat or a breakdown. And what breaks our heart sometimes is seeing a young person, a student or a young driver that doesn't know what to do, and they're legitimately scared. They're worried. They don't know what's going on. They don't know how they're going to get out of this situation. And so when we arrive, we try to reassure them and let them know that everything's going to be okay. They're not alone. We're going to take care of them. But we also realized through that a lot of young people just didn't know what to do. And so we just want to give back in that way and offer some advice and, just talk through some of the basics. We also think that it's a good opportunity to just engage, to be vulnerable, to sit and talk, to be open and sit down, share a meal together, and build relationships with our students. So that's really the most important thing. Everything else is secondary. But we've got 2 dates set aside specifically in July to do just that. Okay, big news coming out of the K-9 program. We've been waiting to release the K-9's names until the handlers met the dogs, and we made sure that the handlers felt like the name fit the personality of the dog. So I've spoken with both of them today, and I can announce that our K-9's names are going to be K-9 Riggs and K-9 Harley. K-9 Riggs is going to be assigned to Officer Sparks, and K-9 Harley is going to be assigned to Officer Segeda. So we're really excited to have these officers in training coming back with their partners, and we're hopeful that they can be on the street and operational by the end of July. So fingers crossed, everything's going good. We'll share pictures and some videos from their training with you guys soon. And then finally, this is going to be a busy month at City Council with regard to the police department. There are several things that we're bringing up on the agenda, one of which is cite and release. And this has been something that's been talked about the last week or so in the local media. And I just want to encourage you, if you have questions about cite and release or what that looks like to our city, please feel free to reach out to the police department or to anyone on the council. I'm going to be presenting the program to the council and asking for their guidance before we implement anything. And that's a little bit different than what some other departments in our area are doing. But I just didn't feel right implementing a voluntary program that we're not legally required to have without bringing it to the council, the people's representatives, the people who represent you, to make sure that a program like this is in line with what you expect from your police department. So I'm going to try my best to give an objective overview of the program, the positives, the negatives, and I will offer my professional opinion on the matter. But at the end of the day, I am really looking for our council to make the final decision when it comes to cite and release. And again, that's contrary to what's happening in other cities around the county, but I just want you to know where we stand as it pertains to cite and release. So now to the obligatory weekend disclaimer. This is a holiday weekend. We've got extra people working the street, just focusing on traffic enforcement, DWI enforcement this weekend. Boating accidents and alcohol continue to lead our boating crashes, or the reason for boating accidents is because boat operators are driving while impaired or operating their boat while impaired. So whether you're on the water or whether you're out in town, think ahead, plan ahead. How are you going to get home if you've had too much to drink? Don't be afraid to call a rideshare or an Uber or some alternate mode of transportation. Don't risk it. Your life is valuable. The other lives of the people in our community are valuable. It's not worth putting anybody at risk. So please don't drink and drive. However, have a good time. This is a great time of year. This is a wonderful thing to celebrate our country's independence. So we're fortunate to live in a wonderful country, and where we have the freedoms and the independence that some people in our world don't have. So this is a blessing. Celebrate it, enjoy it, do so responsibly. Just know that your police department is here for you. Something comes up, you have any questions, give us a call. We're here for you. Y'all take care. Have a great weekend.